Most people won't like me after this. I'm joking. This video is regarding fitness. There was a comment that I wasn't looking at the camera. So I hope I'm doing a better job with this. I may edit this, may not, to look at the camera more. But how cool is this? I'm laying in bed. Couldn't do this on a blog. Nor would I want to, because you wouldn't see the real me. I wouldn't be authentic. Both for the good and bad. I may go on a rant on this fitness deal, so I'm going to try and bullet point be as precise as I can. I'll talk about three things. One is credibility, or why I think my opinion is validated for talking about this subject. Two is a story behind it. There's always a story behind every topic I not denounce, but introduce. And then three is kind of an acronym I made up, and I have lots of acronyms. I guess that's how I comprehend the world best, with acronyms, just brief and to the point. So, a background. When I was a boy, I worked for 3 gyms for, I don't know, about 3 or 4 or 5 years. Then I became a spinning instructor for about a year and a half. And then I was going to study being a personal trainer. I switched directions as far as a degree, but I studied that. Went to a trade school for about a year and a half. And ever since I've been studying it like mad, and I love it. I'm not the best pro at it, but I think I'm fairly good. Yeah. So, I remember during Christmas, my sister got a guitar and I got a gym. I kind of had to choose. I could be the other way around. I could have gotten a guitar, but either for worse or better, I got a gym. Kind of a funny backstory. My parents told me my room was being bugged, so they shut the door, and I had to sleep elsewhere, for a few days before Christmas, and I really believed it. But then my parents surprised me with a small, kind of 3-station gym in my room. It was kind of cool. It had the pull-ups and the bench press and the leg press, and it was neat. That's probably my introduction into working out. As I told you before, my introduction of researching it was at a very young age. So this is the part that people probably will disagree with me on, but I believe this. If people do this, they will be happier. My acronym is, so as you're working out, you're huffing and puffing, I believe, to breathe. The first S is simple. You want to keep it simple. And my ideology on this is almost completely opposite from some, if not most, of the fads, of the workouts, call it what you will, but of the exercise regimens out there. So you want to keep things simple, meaning you don't, cross-train is one thing, but to have a complex workout, that's not simple. So, burpees or just, they may be fun and creative, but, doing something day in and day out where it's just simple, where you just run, I think that is much more sustainable. And that's my second S, sustainable. No instant gratification. Instant gratification is when, well, for example, I did a HIIT the other day, high intensity interval training. That's what HIIT stands for. It's very intense, and very good for your body. The EPOC, energy post-oxygen consumption, your metabolism is going 24 hours after you perform that HIIT versus when you do a steady state workout. Your metabolism only goes, the EPOC is like an hour afterwards. So therefore HIIT burns about 5 to 6 times as many calories. So it's great if you want to instantly lose things, but I guess that's the point. Instant gratification is not the same as a lifestyle. So you can't sustain that. And I believe, to my other point, it doesn't make you happy. I think the world out there, says be Ken and Barbie, and that is instant gratification is definitely a road to Ken and Barbie. You can't sustain that. That doesn't make you happy. You're always fighting against your body, and you're always fighting against the world, and it depresses you. And I think you're much better to do a steady state workout and to gradually get in shape and to make it a lifestyle. The third S is sweat. You want to do something cardio. The fourth S is strong. You want to keep your muscles strong, so your bones are strong. So when you get older and you're more susceptible to fall, you won't fall because your legs are strong. Swimming maybe is another S. Swimming is a very low impact exercise. Works everything, works muscles that you didn't think you had. So when you do activities that works out those muscles that you didn't think you had, you'll be ready for them. And then obviously the last S is a steady state. Steady state meaning that it's kind of boring. Sorry. Whoa. Where did you go? Where did I go? Steady state meaning it's both kind of boring in a way and consistent. You know what you're doing day in and day out. And like I say, cross training is great. Like for instance, I do sprint triathlons every year. So I run, swim, and bike. So cross training is great. But steady state cross training is the best. Just like I believe steady state is a lifestyle. Instant gratification, doing a HIIT or something very intense or boot camp like, kind of like my spinning, you can't sustain that. So that's, well, where did you go again? That's my philosophy on exercise, and I hope I kept it brief. Next video will be following versus leading. This is the Wise Able Disabled Guy signing out.